In this podcast episode, Dr. Peter Attia shares comprehensive insights into longevity, fitness, and diet for individuals over 30. The conversation traverses groundbreaking metabolic drugs, the value and misconceptions of exercise and supplementation, practical training strategies, emotional health, and lifestyle balance. Dr. Attia also dispels common myths around testosterone therapy, peptides, and creatine, while emphasizing targeted nutrition and the importance of purpose-driven living. Dr. Attia highlights the transformative potential of GLP-1 and GIP agonists beyond weight loss, noting their protective effects against heart disease and cognitive decline. While initially controversial, these drugs are becoming better understood and more carefully prescribed, with attention to appropriate dosing and emphasizing that they are not replacements for exercise. Metabolic improvements such as better glucose regulation, even within normal ranges, likely contribute to their cardiovascular benefits. He also discusses forthcoming therapies aimed at combating sarcopenia, age-related muscle wasting, and cognitive impairments, though such drugs remain in experimental stages. Addressing the widespread enthusiasm for TRT, especially among men in their 40s and 50s, Dr. Attia advises caution. He supports investigating testosterone levels, but warns against overprescription and overpromising. TRT is not a cure-all. Its benefits are most pronounced when combined with healthy lifestyle habits like proper sleep, nutrition, and consistent exercise. Testosterone can enable better training performance and recovery, but is ineffective without leveraging those advantages through physical activity. Peptides have become buzzworthy, but Dr. Attia critiques their unregulated nature and marketing appeal. Unlike pharmaceutical-grade medications with strict manufacturing and safety standards, many peptides sold online lack verified efficacy and purity, making their use risky or at best a waste of money. While a few peptides like CJC-1295 have known mechanisms, most popular peptides such as BPC-57 do not have compelling evidence to justify use. Dr. Attia contrasts the hype around peptides with the lack of attention given to potent drug classes like SGLT2 inhibitors and PCSK9 inhibitors. These have robust data supporting their benefits in extending life quality and managing cardiovascular and renal health, but suffer from low public awareness due to limited direct-to-consumer marketing. Their use requires knowledgeable medical supervision to tailor therapy appropriately, especially outside traditional indications like diabetes. The conversation turns to creatine, a supplement long associated primarily with muscle performance. Dr. Attia acknowledges its resurgence, partly fueled by emerging evidence of cognitive benefits when muscle creatine stores are saturated. While creatine remains a staple for physical performance, recent studies suggest neurological advantages that may encourage broader use beyond athletes or gym enthusiasts. Dr. Attia recommends a pragmatic approach to nutrition, focusing on adequate protein intake, about 150 grams per day for an 80-kilogram individual, without adherence to strict diets. He emphasizes balance and enjoyment of food rather than dogmatism. Key supplements he endorses include forms of magnesium targeted for absorption and calming effects, vitamin D when levels are deficient, marine-derived omega-3 fatty acids for cardiovascular and brain health, and a methylated complex B vitamin for general metabolic support. A central theme is that muscle mass and strength are critical determinants of functional longevity. Dr. Attia stresses that while cardio is essential for cardiovascular resilience, resistance training builds the physical capacity necessary for daily tasks. Muscle strength affects the ability to exert and absorb force, fundamental for walking, climbing stairs, lifting objects, and preventing falls. Decline in eccentric strength, ability to control movement when a muscle lengthens, and reactive ability contributes heavily to fall risk, making targeted training vital. VO2 max is a key measure for longevity-related cardio capacity. Dr. Attia explains that aerobic fitness must be maintained or improved, ideally with structured high-intensity interval training rather than sustained low-intensity efforts alone. The optimal training pattern involves intervals of 3 to 8 minutes at near maximal effort, interspersed with recovery of equal length, performed once or twice weekly. Training volume and intensity should be tailored to individual schedules with shorter weekly cardio time necessitating higher intensities. In his personal routine, Dr. Attia combines frequent cardio sessions, cycling and swimming, and 4 resistance training workouts weekly. His weight training focuses on different muscle groups with an emphasis on stabilizing muscles, power, and single-leg exercises that minimize axial loading. Mobility and reactive training via jumping and movement drills are crucial to maintain foot reactivity and overall functional capacity, aiding balance and reducing injury risk. Beyond physical fitness, mental and emotional well-being are integral to a long and fulfilling life. Dr. Attia emphasizes that managing stress, cultivating happiness, and fostering strong relationships are as vital as exercise and nutrition. Emotional health interventions are personalized, addressing issues like emotional regulation, purpose, social connection, and maladaptive behaviors. Quality of life intertwines with longevity, reinforcing that living longer without joy is a hollow gain. The discussion on ambition reveals that sustaining purpose, particularly one involving contributions beyond oneself, is essential for meaningful longevity. Dr. Attia acknowledges the challenge of balancing career drive with personal life, noting that excessive single-minded focus can become maladaptive if it detracts from vital social and familial connections. He advocates for attentive self-awareness and support from loved ones to maintain healthy boundaries and presence. Dr. Attia advises individuals over 40 to identify their functional goals for advanced age and use that to guide training and health interventions via backcasting, the concept of defining desired future states and working backward to determine current needs. He stresses that both strength and cardio capacity decline roughly 8 to 12% per decade, making proactive, targeted effort essential to preserve capabilities like walking, climbing stairs, and even sexual function late into life. In response to rapid-fire questions, Dr. Attia names peptides as the most wasted expenditure currently in health and wellness, with emotional health as the most neglected domain. For overwhelmed individuals, finding 30 minutes of exercise 6 days a week is his main advice, while acknowledging that nutrition remains a complex area even for him. His overarching life philosophy centers on the principle of giving more than taking, fostering mutual benefit and generosity as cornerstones of lasting well-being.